What is up? Let's go. We're talking about how to nail the perfect entries on meme coins. This applies to other cryptos as well. However, the levels might be slightly different. Let's just get into it and talk about it. So here we're looking at Cheyenne. We're looking on a relatively high time frame, 1 hour. Not huge, but a decent time frame. The point is, when you come across a coin that's kind of pumped and then started dumping, the first thing to do is to draw a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom to the top, low to the high, left to right. And then what we have here then, a lot of times we'll see bounces from these different Fibonacci levels. In this case, we're looking for where the bottom is going to form. And that tends to happen a lot of times here at the 50% between the 786 and the 1. And a lot of times there will be a previous support level there. Not always, but you do want to look at this area to see where the previous support is, because a lot of times that is where it will land. And so in this instance, this previous support has shown to be the bottom, and I drew that a little bit low. Like I said, right about halfway in between. It's not exactly 50%, but this is just where it tends to land a lot of times. And not every time, but it really is a very significant amount of the time. So, for example, here, this one, Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, you can see this is clearly putting in a bottom by the rounded bottom here. But look at where that landed. It's pretty dang close to halfway between these. And like I said, it doesn't always happen right at the 50% between those, but it's the best guess on average that you can kind of go for. So if it's on the way up, still obviously it's not going to come down this low. This is when it's on a big retracement. Like in this example, if we're on the pump, we would just draw from this pump to the top, and a small little dip to the 0.5 or the 0.382 is very bullish still, and so we would get an entries there. But we're obviously talking about hitting the bottoms after the big retracement. So this has had a big pump. Obviously, let's look at some more. All right, here we go. Now, this coin has had a lot of history. We don't have to draw all the way back to the beginning and the essential beginning of this thing, but the 786 and, dang near halfway between there. So the 786 is still a strong support, but a lot of times it will test that 50% level, which tends to be some sort of support or resistance back here at the very beginning of the pump. So let's just look at some more. Here we go. Again, Jarvis. I love this coin. I really should have bought more at this level. And in fact, this is a really good entry right here on this coin, in my opinion. We've got... So this thing just rallied and rallied and rallied. But it's holding strong above 1 million, which is a very good sign. In this case, we didn't really have that like pump to this level and dip. Instead, we've got a sort of top here, then a dump, and then another pump, and then a sort of bottom. So in that case, I would draw it like this, which looks like bam, sort of that top and this top. But look. Do you see it? You see how it came down to test exactly that level. Exactly that level. This is not, before somebody in the comments goes and says TA doesn't work on meme coins, just shut up. That does it. You, if you think that, you're just repeating what someone else has told you. You haven't actually tried. And I get it. TA is complicated. I've spent the last probably 15 years learning TA, and I'm still learning new stuff every day. So it is complicated, and it's easy to make a mistake with TA. But this is super basic. We've got Fibonacci retracement, low to high. Find the level that it's going to bounce to. Generally tends to be about approximately the 50% line. It doesn't always, but look back to the previous support resistance level here. Plot it. Put your order just above that little support line that you just drew. And bam, you've got the perfect fucking entry. Look at this. So if we'd have done this right here, put it up, I don't know, a couple percent from there, 1.5 mil, bam. Even if we were playing this conservatively and went to that, that's a 232% gain in a few hours. Like that's a, I don't know, I guess it's like a day or so, but still. All right, let's go to another chart. Billy. Okay, this is a good coin. This has been here. This has been here a while. So as these get a little more established, the bottom will tend to rise a little bit. In this example, it does look like they're a little bit above, but these big wicks tend to throw things off a little bit. Let's just draw it out and see. Bam. It's not that far off. Just gonna get rid of this other one that I drew to help things. Really, if we're sticking to what we just talked about, this little 50% between here as an entry would have worked out well. Obviously, it hasn't really done much since then, but I fully expect this thing to start running again. So right here at the 39 mil, that's a good entry. In fact, it may come back here and test a 30 mil, and I'd be totally cool with that. But this one is one that I will grab right here because we've already sort of formed a bottom here. Hasn't had much action since this little, well, not little, this was a huge rally from, I don't know, it peaked at 50 to 100 mil. So it went up, tested the 100 mil range, came back and tested 25, and then it went straight to almost 400 mil. This coin has performed like crazy and is one that I definitely think you should watch. I could go on all day with examples like this. The point is, learn the Fibonacci retracement, learn how to plot support and resistance. This is the most basic TA you can really do. And the Fibonacci thing is fractal. I mean, you don't have to take from the tiniest low to the biggest high. You can do it just on this little pump right here and still have valid results. You might have a different support point. Like on this one, for example, I fully expect it to kind of bounce from this level here, the 786, as it's sort of already pumping. In fact, a buy order on Purple Pepe at, so that line's about 6 mil. We'll bring it up a little bit. 6.5 to 7 mil buy. Let's put a little, bam. Yeah, just up a little bit from that support line so that we get in. As you can see, it kind of already, like, if you'd have done that right here, you'd have instantly been up from 7.5 to 16 mil, instant 2x. So learn how to play these, learn how to plot the Fibonacci lines, learn where the support lines are at. You'll be singing in the rain, okay? Just Be patient. Don't FOMO in. Oh shit, this looks pretty good on the daily. Actually, it does look like the bottom is in, but it does. I hate this. So for some reason, BullX has issues with the charts. See, this on the daily looks like this, but clearly I drew that for a reason. Some other time frame, which has a different high, like this. Slightly annoying, but Dex Screener has really good charting. If you want to do your drawings on Dex Screener, the thing that I really like about drawing on Dex Screener is it doesn't have the big wicks like I was talking about. Is it seems to give you a much better or realistic, averaged out pricing. But the problem is it does not show data from Pump Fund, and it might be it still might be good to draw on Dex Screener, to be honest with you. I like BullX. I use BullX. I'll leave a link in the description. And if you want to learn more about TA of crypto or just crypto stuff in general, I will be happy to leave a link to the course that I've built. It's only $97 right now, and it's honestly a very good value. You will literally save at least that much money, if not more, within the first couple days of going through the course based on what you will learn. So, no brainer, get the course, sign up for BullX, and if you have questions, drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them for you.